Warning! This video blog or vlog could contain harsh opinions or foul language. If you do not appreciate said content or material, well, you could just fuck right off.
Greetings, internet people. RantingRamsay here. How are you all doing today? I've had better days, but that's not really the point of this whole rant today. Today I'd like to talk to you about a company of lies. A company that counts on the ignorance of the general American populace to propagate its image and its sales and progression. As you can tell by the title, that we're talking about Chipotle. This is an absolute company of lies and deceit, and I will give you examples of that throughout this video. The first thing I want to talk to you about when it comes to that is that their catchphrase, their theme, their whole big thing is food with integrity. Oh, lordy, lordy, where to begin? First, one of the first things that they will spout to you when you come into a Chipotle is that they use locally grown produce, and then in very, very, very small fine print says, when available. Now let's think about this. I live in Ohio, in the Midwest. Chipotle is a relatively popular company here, and it is in the dead of fucking winter. Locally grown produce in the Midwest, in the dead of fucking winter? I think fucking not. And in addition to that, I had the unpleasantly fortunate experience of working for this company for almost an entire year. This was a year or two back, and it was I worked for them mainly during this in the summer as well as in the winter, so I was there for about a year. And having the amount of restaurant experience that I have, I've seen a lot of cases of produce from many places, and I've learned how to read the fucking shipping labels and the origins of said products. Even in the height of the growing season, and even towards like harvest season, you know, in the fall and whatnot, I can honestly say that the only locally grown produce that the Chipotle at which I worked used was jalapenos that were grown in Xenia, Ohio. But that literally, like I said, one fucking item out of all the lettuce, the tomatoes, and all that other fucking shit that they use in their crap-ass fucking burritos was locally grown, and yet they still say that they use locally grown fucking produce. In some areas, in the summer, that may, on some small level, be true. But on the general average, no. They do not use locally grown produce, which is why they put that whole in tiny little print, when available. Just be fucking honest. Be fucking honest. But that's not something your company is very good at, is it, Chipotle? They go on to say that they used naturally used meats. Or naturally raised meats. No, they don't. Once again, I have extensive restaurant experience, and I know how to read labels, and I know when I see a label from a fucking chicken farm that I've seen for many other restaurants in many other fucking places. Yeah, most of Chipotle's chicken, it's grown on fucking chicken farms where, you know, all the horrible YouTube videos you see about mistreatment and cramming chickens into all these spaces and all this shit. Yeah, they use those fucking chickens. Same with their fucking cows. Same with their fucking pigs. They do not use naturally raised meats and shit like that in most cases. There are some rare cases where a store just happens to be close to a naturally raised meat farm, and then sure, that one Chipotle will use that naturally raised meat, but the rest of the fucking shit, the meats that I saw coming in that I had to fucking stock and do the truck on and whatnot, were the same fucking chicken farms, the same fucking mass-produced fucking cow farms and shit like that that I saw at every other fucking restaurant. So that whole naturally raised meats, it is a bunch of bullshit. They have an extremely small percentage of their restaurants that do that, but for the most part, when you walk into a Chipotle, you're getting the same fucking hormone-fed, the growth hormone shit that you get at any other fucking restaurant. This is true. This is a fact. Any employee that works there can just read the fucking labels and can go home and research the farm and find out that it is not fucking true. Naturally raised my white fucking ass. But let's move on. One of their whole catchphrases is food with integrity. But apparently it's not employment with integrity. And let me give you some examples as to what. Let's say that you don't want to or don't have the ability to stay late past your scheduled shift. And you mention this to your manager, say, I need to get the hell out of here. I got shit I gotta do. I have stuff that is important that needs to be done. Well, fuck, you've got a bad attitude and you're gonna be fired. It has happened. It does happen. Get slightly frustrated at work, have a workload that seems unreasonable, where other employees didn't do the job that they were supposed to do, and you have to make up for that, and you have to cover that, and for just even one moment you show frustration about that, well, you've got a bad fucking attitude. You're fired. Or, let's say that you're an employee that's been there for a while. By some fucking miracle, you've managed to stay at this job for a while, and a new hire has a minor complaint about you, that's something about your attitude or something about something you said or did doesn't jibe with them. You know what? You've got a bad attitude. You're fucking fired. I'm not making this shit up, people. It fucking happens. I know, I've seen it happen. I've watched it happen. I've talked to other employees from other stores where this shit fucking happens. Even further than that, if you have something of extreme personal importance going on in your life, tough fucking shit. Chipotle comes first. And I can say that this comes from genuine first-hand personal experience. For a while, my wife and I were actually both employed at the same Chipotle store because of the shit economy, we couldn't get a fucking better job than that. Yeah, I know. How fucking sad is that shit? During this time, my wife's father was admitted into the hospital with life-threatening conditions. He lived 4 hours drives away from us, from my wife and I. When we heard about this, that night, she caught a ride with her brother up to Youngstown, Ohio, to be with her father in the hospital. Miraculously, Chipotle let her go a whole 30 minutes early on her shift when we found out about this. The very next day, once again, this is absolutely 100% fucking true. The very next day, I had to work an opening prep shift, which is actually pretty intensely, got a lot of shit to fucking do. And the stress of the situation was obviously getting to me. My wife was 4 hours away going through one of the hardest things any person has to go through in their life, and I wanted nothing more than to drive up there and be by her side to see the man who supported my marrying his daughter. The one that, this is kind of old school, but he actually approved of me marrying his daughter and thought I was a nice guy. And I was quite fond of him as well. We had a lot of things in common. We enjoyed conversations. We liked each other. And so, obviously, I was stressed out about this situation, and I wanted nothing more than just like, I can't be here at work. I need to go see my wife and my father-in-law through this very extremely trying and difficult time. Needless to say, I had and still have a lot of love for my father-in-law, but this was not enough. I was understandably distraught the entire shift. And you know what happened? You know what was said to me? And this is almost a fucking verbatim quote, as well as I can remember it with all the fucking stress and anger I was going through at this time. Quote, "We understand that you're under a lot of stress right now, but your attitude is starting to infect the other crew members, and they're not having as good a day as they should have. We understand you're upset, and we're going to get you out of here as soon as we can, but we really need you to improve your attitude right now." Fucking kill yourself. Seriously, you fucking cuntbags? And wouldn't you fucking know, I was not sent home early. I had to stay and work my entire shift, and then later was reprimanded on paper as a write-up about my attitude that day. Why? Because the store I was working at was very close to restauranture, and we'll explain that in just a moment. Are you fucking serious, you ass-eating fucking cunts? Are you fucking serious? My father-in-law was in the hospital. My wife was up there to fucking stay with him. And yet, it was more important for me to fucking chop peppers and onions than it was for me to be with my fucking family. Why? Because that store was almost restaurateur. Side note, they still haven't fucking made restaurateur a year and a half fucking later. And a lot of this scumbag fucking shit goes on in stores that are close to making restaurateurs. Well, what is a restaurateur by Chipotle's fucking bullshit ass definition anyway? Restaurateur is the concept that your Chipotle store is the epitome or ideal Chipotle store. The benefit to you as a worker? Absolutely fucking nothing. This is a concept that does nothing other than glorify the managers. Employees get no benefit or recognition whatsoever for making it happen other than a minor raise. And what does that mean? You get to make more than just $8 or $8.25 a fucking hour. Shit-sucking fucking scumbags is all I have to fucking say about that. It's just fucking ridiculous. This company is the epitome of scum. It is the epitome of fucking... the only company I can think of that abuses its employees more and expects more for fucking less is Walmart. And that's fucking saying something. Okay? That is saying something. And just if people are curious, how did my career at Chipotle end as one of the only actual experienced cooks in that fucking restaurant? Of all the people that worked there, I had more restaurant experience, more cooking experience, more customer service experience than any two other fucking employees there combined, including the general manager. You know, the general manager and the first assistant. I had more fucking restaurant experience than both of them combined. How did my fucking career at Chipotle end? I'm gonna need some beer to tell you this story. Oh yeah, that's good. I was stuck online. If any of you people have ever been unfortunate enough to actually eat a fucking Chipotle meal, I feel fucking sorry for you and your digestive system. Hope you have some Chipotle. South Park reference. I was working up on the front line. I was the last in line before the cashier, the one who organizes and gets all the order in a bag and, you know, bullshits with the customer to keep them happy and all that. And everyone before me in line was basically a new hire who had very little fucking clue what the hell they were doing. Why we're hiring fucking people who don't know what the fuck they're doing in a restaurant industry anyway. I don't know. But whatever. We get to the point where we're extremely busy. Now, at this point, I had stayed over my shift for about 10-15 minutes. And then it comes to a point where I literally have like 12 different items, burritos and bowls, stacked up next to me, and I look at the person on my left and I say, okay, which of these go with what person? Who ordered which of these? Well, I don't know, I'm just making burritos, was the verbatim fucking response from the newbie-ass bitch on my left. So you know what, I took that in stride, and I looked up at the customer, and I said, all right, sir, how you doing tonight? We're a little confused over here, we're having a little bit of a problem, you know, we're a little backed up. Can you tell me which of these items were yours? How many burritos did you order? And the customer looks at me like, I don't know. Wait a minute. You watched us fucking make every single item of your food, every single fucking item of your order, and you can't tell me how many fucking burritos you ordered? You're a fucking idiot. Which really is kind of the paradigm of the Chipotle customer to begin with. At that point, I fucking lost it. I said, you know what? You kids can figure this out. I was supposed to be out of here 20 fucking minutes ago. My shift is over. I got shit I gotta do. Peace. And I left. Apparently, my phone was on the charger and I forgot it. So I came back 2 minutes later once I realized I left my fucking cell phone at work. And I come back and I grab my cell phone and I leave again. Well, apparently, what fucking happened was that the newbies were like, oh wow, he left so fast that he just forgot his cell phone. What the hell's going on? Oh my god, I don't understand. 3 of them fucking complained to the manager. So you know what fucking happens? I go into work the next day. You would think that I'd be fired as soon as I walked in the fucking door, because that's where this story is going. No! I was working a prep shift, the hardest fucking opening shift. I busted out all my shit, plus extra shit, that morning. When we come to the 4-hour fucking break, everyone goes on break. I'm pulled into the office and told that I'm being let go. Well, if you fucking cunt bags, you pieces of shit, didn't have the balls to fucking fire me before I did a whole bunch of fucking work that no one else wants to do, you're a bunch of fucking morons. And that's just my personal experience. That alone was enough to give me a negative opinion of this company if I hadn't worked for them for 9 months prior and already had a negative fucking opinion of this company. Chipotle is shit. They are fucking liars. Their food is fucking disgusting. You know what? Let me give you a little insight here at Chipotle. Just because you put cilantro in everything does not mean it's fucking gourmet. It means you put fucking cilantro in everything. That's their whole thing. Oh, it's gourmet food. No, no, it's not. It is bottom of the barrel shit. Even McDonald's wanted nothing to do with you. McDonald's originally owned you, Chipotle, and they got rid of you. What the fuck does that say? When even McDonald's, the king of shit fucking food, wants nothing to do with you. Chipotle is absolute shit. They treat their employees like absolute shit. Their food is not naturally raised. Their produce is not locally grown. It is nothing more than a company of fucking lies. And I would not be surprised to find out someday in the future that they're actually owned by someone like fucking Walmart. You people need to stop fucking eating at Chipotle.
Hey, did you get all that, man?
Douche.